folks, welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noe Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Join me every week is Brother Pedro. Hello, hello.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This show we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, August 26th, 2026. It's episode 338. We're hanging out here in the Adafruit Discord server. If you'd like to join us throughout the show, that's where you can hit us up. We're also streaming on the usual networks, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. So if you want to drop us a comment, question, GIF, GIF, meme, you can do so in the Discord, and we can bring in chats from any of those social channels. Okie dokie. We got we got a couple of prototype projects that we're working on. Seasonal. We have a Time-lapse Tuesday. And we have a coupon code, which I will walk through after the freebies. Adafruit.com/free for all the details this week on free items that get automatically added to your cart. For orders of $99 or more, you're going to get a free PCB coaster with the gold Adafruit logo. Very nice. At $149 or more, you get the PCB coaster plus KB2040. At the top tier at $199 or more, you get the KB2040, the PCB coaster, and free UPS ground shipping for contiguous US only. And while you're at checkout, if you do want to pick up any parts today only, next 24 hours, our coupon code NEW will get you 10% off your order. How about that? Very, very nice. All right, and that is the freebie stuff. Again, new is the coupon code for today. For the viewers of the show, 10% off your order. And there are some actual new stuff in the shop, so we are gearing up for new stuff again. We got 2 new products this week, or maybe it's just 1 new product this week. It is the stereo I2S 3-watt amplifier breakout. I will try to come up with something that uses stereo. That'd be cool. Could do some bionic kind of, what is it called? Bilinear, something like that. Where you use 2 speakers to do some stereo effects with some props or something. Okay, so last Friday was CircuitPython Day. It was a huge success. Thank you everybody so much for coming and watching all the streams. I was kind of in the background maintaining some of the streams and stuff, which is really fun. But we're back to our usual schedule, at least for 3D Hangouts, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. There is some time shuffling going on. Show and tell may or may not happen at the usual time. There is some chatter about it changing, and we don't know what the right time is, or at least I don't know what the time is yet.
That was the other thing that Brent was chatting about. It's like, oh, what if people just send in clips of their showing and telling, and we make a little edit of all their showing and telling, so it's just pre-recorded.
That's the first I've heard of that, and
that's a really good idea. I think he emailed PT as a suggestion.
Oh, okay, that's a good suggestion.
Yeah, it's like, bro, that's a really good idea.
Yeah,
it sounds like the guide roundup that Liz does.
Yeah,
so it would be similar format. Just send in all your stuff, then we won't have to worry about any time zones or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, that way you're always going to have a working demo, because a lot of times demos will flake out during the live show because of multiple reasons. Fetty 2 votes for a 24/7 show and tell, but with pre-recorded is also a very good option. Yeah, I've never thought of that.
What it would be. Yep, it has been emailed as a suggestion.
Cool. Yeah, and then the other show that definitely changed was JP's Product Pick of the Week. That is now at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Is that right? I think so. Yeah, it's still on a Tuesday.
Just an hour before.
Yeah, I think
our meeting time is.
Yeah, because our meeting, we have an internal meeting that happens, and sometimes it runs right into show and tell. So it's nice to break up those 2 things. But hopefully we'll see it still on Wednesdays. But we'll see.
I was proposing Noe we change our show to Tuesday. So
I like
everything done on. I know.
Yeah, you want to cram everything together.
Like,
exhausting. Yeah,
because it helps. It is how I was seeing it. Because as soon as the meetings, I have to stop. All the stuff. I gotta make sure all the blog
Right.
posts are going. So it definitely messes with my flow of, especially when I'm like in a, well, I'll chat when I'm talking about the prototyping. Like when I'm in a workflow, and it's like, oh, I got a hard stop now. Dang it.
Yep. Feel the same vibe. Now I have a whole new thing. So moved into a new space. Last weekend I was able to, with the help of Liz, we were able to set up my Scadish pegboards. So I have a couple new projects up there, a couple
That's cool.
tools. Thank you. I have a shelf over here. You can't really see it in the camera, but it has some of my special bigger builds. So I have these nice IKEA shelves. 3D printer in the back there now, so I can do live printing, which is great during the show, which I just got a part off the bed. That would have been nice to do on the show, but you know, it's fine. Also got my soldering set up there. Yeah, so things are moving along. Why don't I stop talking and kick it over to you, where you can show us what you got on your workbench.
Yeah, let's jump right into what are we prototyping. Last week we were showing off the layout for this Meshtastic little build. It is an e-ink display with a ESP32S3 on the back connected to a Feather e-ink friend. And then we have a Lora radio attached here.
Ooh,
so we can do
look at the layout, nice and clean.
Yeah, thanks. So we can do like for disaster relief when cell phone towers are down, we can still communicate through radio. So with a little, where am I here? This little spring antenna lets you communicate. I was thinking of it like a ham radio. So when all the other infrastructure is down, you can still communicate that way. So the way that we are sending info is through a RP2040 that's acting as the transmitter. So just going through bug fixing for that. Some of the settings for that wasn't staying. So I'm just going through the terminal with the help of Claude to get all those to stay so we can send some messages, have this act as a message board. And because we're using the
thumbs down, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Where's the thumbs
It
up?
never works when you actually want it.
I know.
It's like, what is the thumb?
I'm waiting for this next clip to start. Okay, and so we can use this as a message board. And because it's e-ink, it won't use as much power. So we have the 2000 milliamp hour battery on here that should last quite a while.
Yeah.
And we're using the S3, so not only will be able to pull in the radio message board info, but also weather data, and then any other like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth info. So like weather, temperature, humidity, like with other sensors attached to it. I saw that the power wall, there's a GitHub page for that. So maybe I can pull in like the solar and the battery.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
To go on here. So the next thing after you get all the software running, it looks like it should be. Obviously, I was before I started the whole project, I was making sure that I was using the appropriate. Hey, there we go, thumbs up. On the appropriate hardware that could handle running multiple messages and the e-ink and all that. So I should have enough spare cycles to be able to display all that info. Once we are set with the software, I'll move on to finishing like the magnetic attachment for the lid, and then adding a kickstand so it'll work for both a desktop or like on a refrigerator or whatever ferromagnetic surface to attach to. And then I got to add a button on there so you can switch between your dashboards. We are inspired by, what is the Pick Pack? I think it was like a Kickstarter. We are basing this little design off, but of course it's probably not going to have all this cool Bluetooth Wi-Fi and the Lora open source, of course, with a learn guide that you can modify with editable CAD files. Next thing is adding the button maybe to the top. They have theirs like down here, but I want to not have to extend the space for that. Since I have a nice little cavity available up there. Maybe just one button. See if we can add more. I don't think I have enough room to actually have, well, maybe. It's weird the way that this stemma is pointing straight up. So
I see.
I don't know, it might work with being able to, have that popped out. But I was thinking maybe having it inside the enclosure, but that might not work for the humidity sensing and things like that. So we shall see how we get that going. Maybe just Wi-Fi, so the sensor is offset somewhere else with another feather running that or a cutie pie running that. So it's just pulling in the info. But yeah, it's a tricolor. It's a 4.2 tricolor e-ink display, so should be able to play with colors and layout and all that. Make a nice, pretty dashboard of all the info you might want to have on there, in addition to the message board. I'll see how the little design studio thing inside of Claude, see what it could come up with, make something visually appealing while being optimized for e-ink displays.
Very good. Yep, it's a 300 by 400 display. It uses the SSD 1683 driver, which has support for CircuitPython, of course, Arduino. Yeah, very nice display. 3 colors. Very good stuff.
And then on I'm gonna guess you're gonna need the 2040 Lora radio one too, just to test, because I don't think you can do that through the web interface or through a computer, because you actually need hardware to communicate with the radio signal. So the SMA connection to the little antenna, you'll need that, as well as the RP2040, the one with the Lora, what is this, the 900 or the 950 megahertz.
Yeah, it's this one here.
That as well.
It's the radio fruit.
Yeah.
Cool. I have not used these before. So.
I knew I had ordered the converter for the antenna, but I could not find it. So I ordered another set, and then I found it, of course. I forgot what I used it on. Maybe I had ordered the wrong one from before, but yeah, when I was looking through the Learn guides, I was like, what did I use this on? It did not show up.
Yeah.
But here it is. Now I'll have like 4 of these.
Very good. All right. Sweet. Good progress. Next week we'll see more. Now, last week we didn't see any graphics. Now you have it plugged in and it's got some graphics on there.
Yeah. Yep. Just getting through, like, I'll go through some of the bugs. Like, I wasn't able to get Homebrew installed on the Mac OS, and then so I had to install it a different way. And then the Flash, I couldn't use the Flash install, the web Flash installer, to get the build, the Meshtastic build onto the Feather. So I had to go a different route again with that. And then the connections, of course, I didn't get that correct as well. So I had to make sure that I was tracing each one. I wish we had those colored silicone ribbon cables, because that would have made everything a lot more easier, instead of me trying to squint my eyes and trace, which, of course, I don't want to use like loose ribbon cables, because that would be a pain in the butt to have those stringing everywhere. It's bad enough that, you have, I think it's 8 different connections to hook this up. Hopefully in the future, Lamar can build a S3 with a Lora chip attached to it. That would make this a lot more easier. But for now, this is what we have here. And then I wasn't able to test anything out until I had like the antennas all installed. Claude was like, don't even try powering it on. It might mess with or damage the radio. I know. I was like, oh man, kidding. So I had to wait till all that was soldered and assembled and laid out. And of course, I had this incorrect too. Lamar was like, oh, make sure the antenna isn't over the battery at all. So I had to scooch things over and, of course, reprint all the holes so that it all aligns up with the way the antenna is mounted.
There you go.
That's what we got so far. Next is just sitting there with the software until that all works correctly.
Cool.
So comes the boring part. Or the tedious part, I should say.
Yeah, more tedious. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I don't see any comments anywhere, so I'll go to the next topic here. What am I working on? Well, last week I was showing you a 3D printed prototype of a candy dispenser and I was testing. This was last week, right? Was it Friday?
Yes.
I was testing with some steel ball bearings because it's what I had on hand. I don't really eat candy that much, so I had to go out and get some candy. So I got me some dark chocolate M&Ms, and I quickly found out that the mechanism I was using was prone to error. Really, a lot of the M&Ms would get caught in the feeder, and they would get crushed by the feeder rotating on the inside of the kind of hopper area. So I had to go back to the drawing board and researched how are other candy dispensers or even pet food dispensers work. Well, they use a mechanism, a screw from hundreds of years ago. Archimedes screw is the name of the mechanism. It's basically a little screw that has a really thin blade, and that is what is used for all these like candy dispensers slash food pet dispensers. So I designed it up, and instead of using a regular servo, I switched it out for a continuous servo. So now I have that, and I had to basically redesign all the parts because the continuous servo has a different size of servo horn. So the Archimedes screw that I designed has a cutout specifically that fits in over the existing horn, and then you attach it with the screw that it comes with. And then I had to rework the mount for the servo, the base. So now you can see it here. So in the code, I just use a throttle code for the continuous servo. So it doesn't use this angle like a normal servo does, where you have to specify the angle. This is just like how long do you want the thing to rotate and where do you want it to rotate. So let's check it out. Another thing here is the ball bearing. It just acts as a way to allow the screw to be positioned in place. So it's like hovering right over the opening here inside the base. So let's go ahead and press the button, and it'll trigger the continuous servo. So the idea is that you will use a couple different pieces here. So this piece here has some lips that will cover and sort of guard the opening so that the candies don't just fall through. Because if you put a candy in, it kind of can just fall through. Well, that's a bad example, but it can just fall through if you put them in there, if you have enough in there. So this goes over here, snaps over like that, so that it only shows a little bit of it. And then this is the hopper that has a very aggressive, a very smooth concave, so that all of the candy will just fall right into that. So let's load some candies here. So as you fill up the hopper, the portion of the Archimedes screw is being filled. And then down here is the opening, right where my finger is hiding it because I'm doing this over the overhead. So I don't have any screws right now, but ideally you're supposed to screw down the hopper so that it's secured in place. But just for testing purposes and showing you how the screw looks like, let's go ahead and push the button. And it dispenses the candy without crushing it, which is the goal here. And if you take off these pieces and see if I can feed them in, you see kind of how they just fall through. You kind of need those guardrails.
Yeah, they zigzag along. Yeah.
See, as the screw is rotating, it's pushing the candy out into the trough here, into the opening here. I don't know if that's the right word, trough, but that's what I used. So there you can see it. It's working pretty good.
Would this work with the peanut ones?
I will try peanuts. I will try Whoppers. I will try whatever candy.
Yeah. At the M&M store, they have the peanut butter and jelly ones, but they're pretty big.
Oh, yeah. Peanut butter and jelly? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, so this is my first time designing an Archimedes screw or any type of dispenser like this. The first approach, again, was really kind of rudimentary. It's kind of basic, and it really wasn't meant for these kind of things. Like, it works with steel ball bearings. You can see these M&Ms have a very weird shape. And let's see if it works. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And I will adjust the variables in the code to like make it not dispense so much candy, or maybe you want that much candy. It depends, right? And then the other part of the project is that we're going to have audio going. So this is the PropMaker Feather. I disconnected the speaker right now, but this is a new speaker that we have in the shop, which is a 8 ohm 2-watt speaker, which is housed in a little plastic enclosure. It comes pre-wired, which is nice. So this attaches to the screw block terminals on the PropMaker. And then I have here a little mount that just kind of fits into that, and then this can be attached to the rest of the assembly with some machine screws. And then you have a little cutout here for the cables. And then the other big thing is we're using the LED glasses panel, which was an ADA box from a few years ago. So it just has some animated eyes. So the eyes are animated while the rest of the assembly is set up. You have a button. You push the button. I think it'd be funny to do like some like static images on the eyes, maybe show like some X's. So that it kind of looks like the thing is like kind of throwing up, because ideally this is going to be embedded inside of a Frankenstein kind of head. And the Frankenstein head will have the candy mechanism inside, and it'll be spitting it out of its mouth. And it'll have the glasses, the LED glasses over the eyes, so it looks like a cool Frankenstein. And then the button will probably be on the inside, on the top of the head, with a massive 100 millimeter arcade button. And on the inside of the arcade button will be kind of like a brain looking thing. So that's kind of the idea. And let's see if I can share my screen here of the design real quick, because I don't think I've shown it yet. I have to show the window. There it is. Let's do that. Okay. So here's the Frankenstein head with the LED eyes, the LED glasses, sorry. And then here's the arcade button at the top here. Ideally, I'm going to make it so that you can remove the kind of hair piece, and then you can add your candy. I haven't added the candy dispenser bit yet, but it'll be mounted on the inside. That's where the feather is. It's on the kind of the back of the head, because that's ideally what we want. The speaker, I haven't quite decided if I want it in the back there, but I think having it pointing inside will work. And then maybe I'll add some speaker holes up here. Something, I'm not sure yet. But these are the main pieces. The main head, has some details, has a nose, has a mouth, ears, eyebrows, a little scar, some bolts on the head. And then this neck piece is modular, so that I could add this to like a post or something else, maybe a tripod if you want to mount it to a tripod, or maybe you want to mount it to like a skeleton prop head, something. So that's why I kind of making it modular, so that the bottom neck area can be placed in a different thing. That thing doesn't have to be 3D printed necessarily. But that is what I'm working with. The LED eyes, or the LED glasses, will be mounted directly to these to the Frankenstein kind of head area. But you can start seeing how all the pieces fit together. Let me undo all the positions. And then here is like a cutaway of it. Let me go ahead and show you what the original candy feeder kind of thing looked like here. Imagine this cup hopper would be extended more up so that I can store more candy. But ideally originally it was this like kind of like little pill-shaped thing that as it rotated with the servo, it would rotate back up. So it was like 180 degrees, give or take. But it kept crushing the candy around here. Even with a big fillet, it kept crushing that candy. So this just was not the right mechanism, at least for, M&M shaped candies. But pretty similar. You have your little exit hole here that comes out of the mouth, and the servo is in the back there with enough room, and that whole thing is supposed to attach to the neck with these built-in standoffs. And then I already mentioned the feather is kind of positioned in the back here with a little recess area for USB for power, because we want this thing to be powered for maybe several hours. So don't put a battery in there. Just make it connect to a 5-volt USB power supply somewhere with a USB-C cable. And that's the idea there. Definitely going to put that black LED acrylic over the glasses. and that way it'll diffuse the LEDs and look a little bit cooler. And that's kind of what I got. Oh yeah, and then of course the arcade button is modular, so you can add custom inserts on inside the head. So I think it's fun to push on the button. It's like the brain. Maybe I'll adorn the outside of the bezel of the button with like some screws or something to look more Frankenstein-ish, because these bolts, you know, are very Frankenstein monster looking. Got like a little scar here. It's kind of fun, but it's supposed to be like a nice, like kind of clean design. A little bit of Bauhaus, a little bit of IKEA, a little bit of Lego, kind of Frankenstein. I don't want to go too detailed on the model because I'm not like a polygon model person, but I think it looks like Frankenstein to me. And,
yeah, that's good.
Again, this was inspired by Liz's Frankie project from a couple years ago. Let me see if I can share it. Oh, stop screen, add screen, share screen, window. And we want Discord. There you go. Yeah. So here is learn. Type in Frankie, and you'll see Liz's original Frankenstein. She had some LED eyes and a cap touch bolts, but similar DNA in shape of the Frankenstein head. And she painted this. This predates like, you know, widely available multicolor AMS printers. And gosh, I'm stuck here. Hold on. There we go. And cap touch is a nice thing. So it used the CMD21 with the SPI flash and LED strips and copper tape for doing cap touch, which is cool. So yeah, there's a little bit of a background of the project as well. Does the motor control have force feedback control so that it stops moving the screw instead of grinding the M&Ms? This one does not, but I think we do have some servos. I want to keep it simple, but I'm using a continuous servo. There's some analog feedback servos. I don't know if that would do it. Do you know ever use the analog feedback servos? I think I used it once.
So
I think these will let you know if it has some force or something.
Yeah, scroll.
I don't think this one needs it. I haven't had it crush the candy with the Archimedes screw. I think that's the right approach to it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, the continuous servo is just the micro servo here. This one.
Yeah.
The FS90R. It has a different set of servo horns. They're deceptively like similar to the normal servo, but they just don't fit. Like it literally doesn't fit. That's why they're white, I guess, instead of the black ones for the normal servos. But yeah, there's some data there on it, like torque and all that, but I haven't found it having any issues at all yet, so that's good. And it just can go either forward or backwards. No servo angles, just forwards and backwards. And it works great with the PropMaker because it has the servo connector right on there, so it makes it easy, no soldering there. And the button, you'll have to solder it. Maybe you'll have to solder it. I think I could use quick connects and then just like cut them and tin them and add them to the screw block terminals. But so far I'm digging this because like the LED panel connects over I2C or stemma QT cable in this case. And then screw block terminals for a button, screw block terminals for the speaker. And then you have the 3-pin headers for a quick connection of the continuous servo. So we're looking pretty good here for a very reproducible Halloween prop. Then you could reuse the mechanism, I think, for like an IoT pet feeder or any type of dispenser that has something. Maybe you could dispense resistors or LEDs in a makerspace. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. But yeah, that's what I got going on. I think I mentioned the ball bearing. Ball bearing is nice just to give that smooth rotation. And a meaty screw, man. This is a legit design from hundreds of years ago.
It's so good that they used it for water.
Yeah, that was the original use case of it, is to how do you bring water up a hill. You create this crazy screw contraption. All right, so if anyone wants to pick up any of these parts that are in stock, you can use our coupon code NEW to get 10% off your order. We're getting lots of stuff in stock as well. And if you are an AdaBox subscriber, you probably already have the LED glasses, which came in a variety of styles. You can get the kit. Oh, that's different. Yeah, originally it was designed for the NRF52840 sensor board, but I'm using a PropMaker because I don't need the Bluetooth stuff. And you get the starter kit too, which has the panel and stuff that is in stock, which is nice. And
I still have those glass frames.
oh, you do? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going through. I was like, "What the heck is this?" Oh yeah,
Oh, that's what it's for. Yeah, yeah, and the zip ties, it would like zip tie to it. Yeah, they come in 4 different styles. We can't.
Oh, I
We
forgot.
can't control which one you get, as it says. The silk screen is random. But yeah, we did a couple projects with this, or maybe one. I don't know. I forget. Yeah. Yeah, and I went with this route because it just kind of looks cooler than the monster eyes, which are out of stock right now.
Yeah, it looks better on camera, I believe, the LEDs instead of the LCDs.
Yeah, especially with the black LED acrylic, it'll look really nice.
So shiny.
Yeah. So there you go. That is what I am working on. We got some comments here.
Saying that you can use voltage to detect strain.
Yeah. Fetty is saying the feedback is for position, not force. Okay. Yep. Thanks for that. And then monitor voltage to check the strain. That's a good possibility. Simple example of force feed control. That'd be nice for Adafruit board. Yeah, that would be really nice. Yeah. Ah, I see. So you don't crush it. Yeah. Can't we see Frankie Spencer Candy? Yeah, me too. Yeah. So a bit of a big print. I think I did a quick test of the head just to slice it. It's about 7 hours. So I might do like a draft mode and turn it on ludicrous. Because if you look at the head, it doesn't have any overhangs. So hopefully it can print without any supports.
I mean, it has enough fans for the cooling, so it should.
Yeah, I think so. So hopefully I can shave that 7 hours down to like, I don't know, 5 hours or so, like half a day. But that's you're printing up a head.
Yeah.
A whole head. Yeah.
I mean, it's faster than what it would be before. It would have been like 14 hours or more.
Right, yeah. That's right. The other project I got cooking, I gotta get rid of that right there, is been playing around with this pocket portable projector and the Feather DVI. I have to kind of set it up here, but I was able to get an acrylic globe, which I'm trying to remake the Gakken World Eye spherical monitor, and the idea is to embed this projector into the globe so that you can create kind of your own DIY version, and then use the Feather DVI to display whatever graphics you want. In this case, we want to do the iconic Phil B eyes. But I'll talk about that next time because don't want to take up too much time. It's starting to run out of steam.
Yeah.
All right.
I need to reheat my coffee, man.
All right.
Oh, it's cold.
Oh, that's the worst. Need a coffee warmer. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Time-lapse Tuesday.
Yes, this week for Time-lapse Tuesday, we continue on with Halloween wearables. Kid has been actually doing all this work in terms of finding the prints and wearing them.
Oh, that's what's been okay. Curating. Right? That's great.
Yeah, it's been curating. Uploaded work to the child, to the 6-year-old.
That's great.
So he found this one. It is a Mewtwo skull mask. Same little dealie here, using the rubber bands to act as the little attachment here. And we're using this green luminescent filament that we got from Hobby Lobby, of all places. Got a very nice sort. I know, goof in there.
Hamming it up.
I guess he's doing his little Mewtwo thing. Is that the thing Mewtwo
I
does?
think he has telekinesis or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what he's doing. And nice little alternative for you know how kids change what they want to be before Halloween.
Right.
So this is one of the many ones I'll probably wear for all of the around here. Like we do like I don't know, like 8 different trick or treating. Like every single park has a trick or treat thing.
Mm-hmm.
In terms
And
of
then there's trunk or treat. And that's like
all the trick or
community
treats, yeah, all the community ones. So I'll have plenty of time
opportunities to have a different
opportunity to,
costume.
exactly, yeah.
Back my day was only one night and you had one costume. Now you get a whole week or for a month.
It's actually 2 months. I think
2
the
months.
SeaWorld one starts next week.
Wow.
So that's like one of them. That's actually where we get all of our candy from. All of these
Oh, that's funny.
trick or treating events. We don't even pay for candy anymore. I guess
give
we
it away.
could
Yeah.
with the passes, but
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Nice little detail here, like the how deep these cracks go. I don't know if this is actual Pokemon lore, but nice shape in terms of the horns and the smoothness. Of course, important when you have a child wearing it. I did
Yeah.
scale it down like 90%, so it would fit.
90%? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you reduced it by 10%. Okay.
Yes, I just type in 90% inside of Bamboo Studio, shrinks it down. Yeah, nice
Yeah, that's
nice
great.
smooth all over. So did have to use supports, but came off pretty easy. Just the tree supports. You can see what a bigger version of that looks like.
Yeah, the full scale version.
Yeah, I wanted to test out the green. That's why I didn't put it in the white.
Oh, these are nice straps with a little clip and everything.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah,
We
so
can
this is
definitely
designed by Deadmoon on makerworld.com. It seems to be a free model. Yeah, take a mask. It says here, it's a wearable fan-made mask inspired by Mewtwo, reimagined with a dark skeletal design. The model combines Mewtwo's recognizable head shape and horns with deep bone-like cracks, hollow cheek openings, and elongated nasal structure, and aggressive eye sockets. Print into bone-colored filament for the appearance shown, or used as a base for sanding, painting, and weathering. Attachment slots are included on both sides for adding an elastic strap and adjusting the fit. Deadmoon designs, forged in darkness, shared with the world. Follow for more original creations. I don't know, that felt right to read.
All right.
Oh, look at that link right there. Looks upset.
It's really good ones.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. A double skull.
Mm-hmm. It looks
Sorry.
like
I'm like
I know there's so many to go through.
Yeah, related masks. Like, look at all these other masks. One for your pet. These are really
yes,
good.
I tried one for
Yeah.
Rufio that did not match or fit. Maybe we'll try that Cubone one down there.
Yeah, Cubone. That's what it is. Yeah, this one. Dog and cat mask. Cubone from Pro.
Oh, he does not like wearing things.
No, he doesn't. Cool. Very good. All right. So all month long, September, October, we'll be doing lots of Halloween-esque wearables, props, whatever, sculptures on Time-lapse Tuesday. Very good. Very good. And then, of course, Yanni coming up with all the Pokemon gifts. That's great. Cool. All right. I think that's going to do it for the show. I got to get back to designing and printing.
I think I'm pretty much spending all day just editing these clips and posting.
Yeah. As far as shows the rest of the week, be tentative to the show and tell, which is subject to change, but normally it happens on a Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Is it 7:30 p.m.? Yeah, I think it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It might change. And then JP's workshop is tomorrow, Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Deep dives with Scott are on Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific Time or 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Mondays are still CircuitPython weekly meetings at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Tuesdays, it starts off with Tim at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and then JP's Product Pick of the Week, which has changed times now to 3 p.m. Eastern Time, just an hour earlier before the 4 p.m. time. And then 3D Hangouts has not changed, still the same, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
Soon Tuesday.
Change. Feels like a lot of change. Like I moved, and then all of a sudden the meeting moved, and they'll show and tell. Everybody's moving.
Funny.
Yeah. Very good. Oh, that's cool. Yep. Yanni's saying there are some really cool Spider-Man masks with magnetic eye.
I want to do
Cover.
the kitty cat one.
Yeah.
That video I sent you, the kitty cat.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
It's like, oh no, my cat got bit by a spider.
Yeah.
It wasn't acting right. Thought it was sick. I took it to the vet, and then cat's on the wall. Spider cat.
Very cool. All right, folks, this is gonna do it for us. We'll see you next week, or at least I'll be here next week. Quick
Yes,
note, Pedro will be out next week.
I'll be flying with the dragons and stomping on mushrooms.
Stomping on mushrooms, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'll try to do the show either solo or have a special co-host who's yet to be determined. I think you can figure out who it might be. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later. But until next time, remember to make a great day. Bye, everybody.